Hi, I'm Lisa from Cultured Expressions here in Rahway, New Jersey, and with all the interest in the fabric masks these days, we thought we'd show you our version, which is an Africanized version. Of course, we had to use our African prints. We decided to make them two-sided for a little extra fun.
That's nice.
Different patterns, different colors. So we're going to show you our little quick technique, and we hope it helps.
Wow, I like that.
We start with 2 pieces of fabric, 9 by 10 inches. Okay. That would be right here. Right. We then add, and we're going to place those right sides together. So we're going to layer them with the right side up, this right side down. So right sides together. Lay those down like that. Then we're taking a piece of batting. It's 8 inches by 9 inches. We're going to center it along, well, this is the 9-inch side. We're going to center the batting along the 10-inch side so that about 1 inch expands on each side, so you have that, kind of centered. Okay. And then before we start stitching, we're also going to take one of our pieces of elastic in between the fabric. So you need 2 pieces of elastic, 7 inches long. We're using 1/4 inch wide, and believe it or not, it's really getting scarce already, so hopefully you can find some. The 1/4 inch is thinner, so it's more comfortable around the ear, but if you have a little bit thicker one, it'll still work fine, so don't worry about that. Right. So we're going to pin it at the corner of the fabrics. Well, the pin will be obviously the two fabrics here. Okay, so we're going to pin
it at the corner, in the corner, or on a side somewhere?
We've been playing with different prototypes. We decided that about a 1/4 inch in from the side where the fabric is exposed. Ah. Okay, so you're going to take it, you're going to line it up with that edge right there.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and about a 1/4 inch in. So we're going to pin that. And we're going to start sewing from one of the sides that has the batting included. Okay, we're going to start, I usually like to put a beginning and an end pin to remind myself. So I'm going to start here with a 1/4 inch seam, pin going all the way around. And when you get to the corners with the elastic, what you want to do is just reinforce a little bit. As you turn the corner and you're sewing, that same piece of elastic will need to be pulled down to this other corner over here. Okay, so we're just going to pull it. The fabric will draw up, that's fine. You're going to put it opposite the way you did the first one.
Okay.
Okay, like this. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to layer again, and you're going to continue sewing. So you're just going to pull the elastic kind of flat like this. Don't sew the elastic, but you're just going to sew the 2 layers of fabric together. Okay, and then the elastic again, you're going to reinforce your corner there. Okay. You're going to come around all the way here. Again, you're still your 1/4 inch seam all the way around. Your second piece of elastic, you're doing the same thing.
Sew it in there, yep.
Just going to position that as such. And put that inside. We're going to finish sewing all the way around, reinforce, come down around this way. Again, this is sewn already. We're going to pull it down to our other side, turning it along this edge, all the way around, right? Okay. Now remember, we need to leave an opening. So when we started at this end, going all the way around, we're going to end right about here. Okay. Okay, so we have an opening to turn it inside out.
Okay, so where the elastics are, where they're at?
The elastics are tucked inside.
Oh, there's the one on that end and the one on the other end.
Right,
for the ears.
One here, okay. Right, so they're actually, they would have been attached by now.
Okay, great.
Like this.
Do it from the inside. Okay.
Right. So then, we're going to put this one aside. And once we turn it right side out, so that the right side of the fabric on the outside, we have this little piece here. So it's 2, right sides.
Do you have the opening on that, or just
openings right here? Oh, the opening where we turned it.
Right,
so we turned it right side out, got all the corners taken out, kind of pushed out neatly.
I get it.
And then what you're going to do is press to get it nice and flat. Okay, then it's like a nice flat piece.
Tucked in.
As such, right. Then we have to make our pleats. So we're going to start, this is my favorite color, so I'm going to start on this side. And what we're going to do is, basically, if you know me, I like to just eyeball everything. I'm not really into precision on the measurements. Right. But if you start at this edge here, where the elastic is, measure 2 inches down, and you pinch it, that's going to be your first pleat. So you're going to pinch
2 inches
and bring it up to about where you see about a 1/2 inch of this first layer.
Oh,
from here
okay.
to here, okay, pretty simple.
Yeah.
Again, you're going to take from this first pleat and measure roughly 2 inches, which may be your first 2 knuckles. Sometimes that's about 2 inches. Pinch it again, make your second pleat, and again from this pleat that you just made, measure about 2 inches, pinch again, and bring up. Okay, really simple. So you're gonna have roughly, it's fairly even.
Yeah, I'm a little fussy with that, so I'll probably measure mine.
And you can measure if it's not. Yeah. I mean, I just like to eyeball.
Right.
That's nice. It's simple. So see, pretty simple.
Okay.
You want to flip it over to your other great print. And the more the prints clash, almost the more fun it is. Just make them
Right.
kind of crazy. And
I think it's cute.
Just get a little excitement. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have our elastics attached, it's right side out. We've got our pleats. Once we've made those creases, you want to open it up, and then we're going to machine sew in between the lower creases. Okay, so we made the top, we made the pleats. We're going to sew along this crease here. It doesn't have to go from end to end. You can start right about here. You can end right about here.
Okay.
Same thing with this middle crease right here. We're just going to sew, and what this does is bring all the layers together so they don't come apart. So especially when you're machine washing it, the layers are all going to stay together nice and,
Okay,
and
so
they're going to stay together.
Oh, that's cool.
So I can show you on this one. If you see this stitching right here, okay, the machine stitching
Yes.
on the insides of those creases, that's what's going to keep it together, like I said, nicely when you're machine washing it or however.
Well, let me see that again.
Did you say this? Okay.
Let me see that. Oh yeah, I see it. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, now you see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just machine stitching. Again, it doesn't have to go all the way to the end. You can just kind of.
And the other side, it looks like what?
The other side, you see the stitching a little. It's really lined
Invisible.
up along the crease, so
Yeah.
you don't really see much of it.
Oh, it's
And
a little
plus,
invisible.
the prints are so fun and wild, you're not going to notice
Yeah.
stitching. So they camouflage a lot.
Nice.
Okay, so we're almost done with this one. What we're going to do now is take those pleats that you made, and we're just going to kind of squish them together. That's a technical term. Okay. We're going to squish them together. So again, you have a width here of about 2 inches. And again, eyeball city for me. So if you're working on a board with measurements, or however, if you'd like to just measure it, it's about 2 inches that you want to make this, okay?
Okay, great.
And then what you want to do is feel for the thin area, because there's a thicker area here with the batting, almost to the edge. And there's this thicker part that has the seam allowance where you sewed it around and turned it.
Right.
In between those is a nice little space with just fabric, and that's where you want to stitch because it's easier for your machine to get through that.
I was just about to ask you about the bulkiness.
It's just right. So it's really not. There's a little line right in here where it's not bulky.
Right.
And you're just going to sew right there. You can sew through it twice just to
that's
just
perfect.
to get everything nice and secure.
Yeah.
And then you repeat on the other side here. And again, the reason you want to squish them, it gives a little more contour when you're wearing it on your face.
Oh, yeah.
Because it kind of rounds around, around your face.
Yeah.
So again, you want to make it approximately 2 inches wide. We're eyeballing. So
That'll
roughly
work. That'll
right
work.
there.
Yeah.
Feel for that thin area
Yeah.
and stitch. And then you're done. So now you have this. That's your finished mask. And there's actually a lot of debate on whether the homemade masks, or whether they're useful, are they good, is there a problem with them? I think anything gives you some protection, and then there's the claim that they only help those who already are infected from not infecting others. If we don't know that we're infected, and hopefully we're not, but if we don't know and you haven't been tested, maybe you don't have symptoms yet, better to protect yourself and other people from that. So that's why I think the masks are great, no matter what level, whether it's medical grade, quote unquote, or just a simple fabric mask.
It's rewashable. So.
I think anything helps, right? You wash them, these are machine washable. And again, it just gives you a little something more interesting than the plain ones, or a little
you don't walk
creativity.
around like you're in a clinic somewhere.
Exactly.
And you're riding the bus.
Right. We have to do anything we can to keep our morale up, and something a little more cheerful.
Yeah.
So we thought that we would just kind of Africanize our little things here.
Perfect.
So
I love it.
we hope everyone stays safe. Enjoy sewing them. We hope you like the tutorial.
Oh gosh.
And you can find us at culturedexpressions.com if you have any questions, or on Instagram or Facebook at Cultured Expressions. Take care, everybody.
All right. Bye.